Hi, you guys. This is Sam and this is Nicki.
Hey, you guys.
We're back.
This is just two lasses, and we're back.
Season 2, episode 2. Here we go.
Hi everybody, welcome
Hi.
back to Just Two Lassies with me, Nicki.
And myself, Sam.
Samantha. So just going to kick it right off with what's just happened. I'm fresh in for the chiropractors. Now, this was a client who had told me about this, right? She says, he comes really highly recommended. He's worked wonders for me and my health and blah, blah, blah. And anytime you think about a chiropractor, I'm like, oh God, crack your back, crack your neck, ideal. But it's so much more deeper than that. And I was ill prepared for this appointment. Yeah. But let me tell you, he did that thing where he got me, and I'll put this there, got me on my back and he had my head lash. And I'm like, look, I'm not joking, he has it in a headlock and they went, shh, and I'm like, oh, I'm like, holy shit. And he was just like, oh my God, he's Canadian by the way. He was like, oh my God, like, are you okay? And I'm like, no. Surviving, not thriving right now with you cracking my, and no joke, entire body from like top to bottom. I was in every position known to man, naughty. And naughty. You naughty go. And oh my God, it was just unbelievable. But he told me something like really terrifying. So obviously we're going to be 35 this year. Mm-hmm. He told me that when he was touching my skin, and I did it for the girls when I walked in, that my skin's going like really red, and it's basically even with a gentle touch. So, I mean, I don't really know if you can call chiropractic touches gentle since they're cracking, but he did say, he did notice that my skin was raising, and I can feel it right now, even like touching my own skin or just gently scratching. And he says that's got something to do with like inflammation in the body, and that I've got a lot of inflammation, which if not kind of sorted and treated, can lead to like early cancers.
Wonder what mine would be like.
So for me, he did me like a body scan in my back. Obviously my spine, it's got something to do with like the electrical thing, you go to your muscles or whatever. Obviously I don't know what I'm talking about, but mine is completely, I'm not even showing you, I showed her, completely out of whack. So
wait, was it an actual scan or just like,
oh, it's like a little device
scanning, like,
and it just goes all the way up like the vertebrae in your back, so like lumbar, and then there's a little kind of, it sounds like a sat-nav voice that's like T4, T3, T2, and he's trying to then talk to me about how, because he clocked my top and it's moose liver, and obviously it's for Canada. She's like, do you know you can actually eat moose because it's missing an amino acid? And I was sitting there like this.
You're talking to me?
And I'm like, like try to relax, like try to stay relaxed, try to limp my body just to get this accurate scan. So yeah, I'm changing my diet. So crisps and cakes and sweets have to go. And I knew this anyway about sugar, because I know that sugar, like processed sugars, like even fruits, like the sugar-free fruit, cause like inflammation. So I've basically cut that out. But apparently, and I've seen this on TikTok, and I don't even know if this is legitimate, but like coming off sugar is just as bad as coming off heroin withdrawal-wise. And I'm like, can we? Can we? As if there's no enough going on.
Can you not like wean off it now, like as if you were like coming off a drug?
I have been like, I don't take sugar in my tea anymore, I don't take sugar in my coffee anymore, but I've noticed myself like binging at little points throughout the day, and I'm like, well, that's not really cutting it out, because I'm just taking whatever sugar I didn't have and putting it into like a mini binge. Yeah. So I just need to work in that. He's gave me like foods to avoid, like actively avoid, and then foods to like take, and to just basically hone in on. And honestly, it's given me, as well as now feeling loosey-goosey, I do feel a little kind of spark to like just be healthier anyway, because I just due to circumstances in my life, I've not been in it at the gym for like 2 months. I've been eating poorly because my mental health, just with things happening at home, has just been quite poor, and I'm at the point where I'm like, no, I'm not letting life put me to my knees and then I'm just going to decide to keep myself there. I'm going to stand up and actually get on and move and progress. And I know there's going to be a sugar binge at some point. It's not going to hang you overnight, but at least I've got the scare of, by the way, if you have a lot of inflammation, it's basically going to lead to terrible health problems, possibly cancer, and you can die. So I'm just kind of like, okay, well, let's avoid that.
You don't want that to happen.
No. So I'm fresh for the chiropractor, and that is what's been happening.
I
So
might need to go because I
swear to
keep
God,
getting
he's
told
so
about
good.
trying acupuncture, see for like treatment for endometriosis to help with the inflammation side of it. I've not tried it yet.
Yeah.
So I might go down that route, but I might do the chiropractor as well. I wonder what mine would be like, because obviously I'm riddled with inflammation with that.
Yeah.
Like I wonder if it would be something that I would then need to eliminate too.
I think, like, I never thought about ever going to a chiropractor. I thought it was a very, like, American thing. You know, and you see, like, people on TikTok going to chiropractors and think, oh my God, like, I'd love to have somebody crack my neck, crack my back. And but when you're in it, it's a very bizarre thing because you're, like, getting moved, all sort. I'm not even kidding, he ragged me about that room, and not even the promising orgasm at the end or nothing.
Rude.
You know what I mean? However, I got some great information health-wise, and I think anything health-wise, just to try it out, I think it's a good thing.
I'm so worried though about like someone cracking my neck. I just think that freaks me out massively. You know, what if it goes wrong?
Well, I mean, that did occur to me, and then it cracked my neck. So it was like the first crack, my head was over this side, obviously headlock, and it went from here all the way up the back of my head, and I could hear it all pop. It was so close to my inner ear, do you know what I mean? Like you can really hear it. And I was just like, holy shit. Now I know, like, the faces that the patients pull on TikTok, that was my face. I was like, holy shit, that was so good. And it was like, get up, once he was done, get up, walk around the room. And I was like, I do feel like looser and lighter. It was lighter, it was the light feeling I was getting, rather than feel so dense and heavy in my body. But that's obviously got to do with inflammation as well. Like,
So how long was the appointment?
it was about, I would say like an hour and like 15 minutes.
Oh, that's not bad.
Aye, and that's the initial one. And then, because you get the scan and all the information and stuff, and then after that, it's like 40 quid a session, and I was like, bargain.
Aye.
It's like body therapy.
Aye.
That's how much therapy usually costs, and I'm like, £40 for some body therapy, like,
Why would you
bargain.
not do that?
And it's something
like,
like it's
take
up in
care of yourself.
Lanark as well, Dan DeLuca, it's Clyde Valley Chiropractic, and just with that initial first appointment, honestly, like, it was really, really good and really nice.
What made you go and do it?
It was actually my client. She goes to him, and she said I was a bit like out of alignment, and her husband was, because her husband's really, really tall. I think he's like 6'6" or 6'7". He's like what's classed as like a giant now, but he was having a lot of like, I think it was shoulder problems or back problems, and she actually had to make him an appointment because she was so sick of him complaining about this problem. She made the appointment, he went, and he's literally never looked back. And it's the same with her. So I was like, do you know what I'm going to do? It's just an online form, then you get an email, and I got an appointment within, honestly, like 4 days.
And see, because with our job as well, because we're standing so much as well, we are out of alignment. And
I go to one side, like I pop one hip, and this is the right hip is the one that's giving me the problem. So he's also showing me exercises that I can do at home, especially across like this, like my chest. I've just touched that, sorry. Right across my chest, like using a door frame and like stretch this all out because my back's rounding, and that's obviously feel like going like, down or looking at my phone. Well, exactly, because there's times when I've got like a two-way mirror in my bathroom, and I was just kind of looking at my back, and I'm like, who's the hunchback of Notre Dame, baby? Or at least en route to it, and I'm like, can I have that?
Can I have that? Be the old ladies.
See if I'm going to continue to be a 10. Can I have that?
No, we're not allowed to hunch.
I know, everybody fancies me, I need to keep it that way. So,
the status to maintain.
You're like, oh, she's
Here
started again.
Here we go again. Nicki and her ego.
It's fake. I'm doing it for confidence. But aye, that's what I'm. I was the chiropractor, and that's what I'm doing.
Good.
That's what I'm doing now.
Good.
He did say I would feel like a little bit disorientated, like a little bit kind of loopy, and I'm like, well, that's just every day anyway.
It's normal.
So I was just like, say no more. Say less. Say less. Anyway, about you. Sam went on a date on Sunday. She sent me a voice note about it, but I've not been able to because I've been dealing with other things. So now I'm hearing it live about what happened. I did stop her. She was about to tell me before starting filming, and I was like, ay.
Shut your goddamn mouth.
Shut your mouth. Because I want to hear it during this. So what happened on this date?
Right, okay. I don't even know where to start.
The silence is palpable.
Oh my God.
What has happened on this date?
Right, okay. First off, I walked into like the cafe that we were having lunch.
Okay.
And he didn't stand up to like say hi.
Okay.
Like he stayed sitting, and I've always kind of been like brought up in the way of like that's quite rude.
I like
To
get
not
up to
greet someone. Yeah, especially
Right,
the
so
first
was
time
he already
meeting them.
sitting at the
Yeah, he was
table?
already at the table.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you would like meet outside or...
No, he went straight on.
It just went... Okay.
Just went in and got a
Right,
table.
okay, well,
That's
you know,
fine.
some people do that. It's not completely horrendous.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I made an effort of my outfit, you know. Like I wore my jeans and a cute wee top, done my hair, done my makeup, because that's what we do for a first date. You put the effort in. He showed up in joggies and a hoodie.
Oh, no. No.
Yeah, I don't like being a judgy person because I was like, right, okay, it's just like a brunch on Sunday, fair play, okay.
Aye.
And then I'm like, well, it's a first date though, like first impressions count, you know?
Yeah, before everybody starts saying that we're high maintenance or whatever, I think like it's just nice to remember like when you're going on a date, you are essentially selling yourself. Really, when you think about it, you're just like, no, like this is how I present myself. This is how you know, you're meeting someone for the first time with the potential of it being something more. Like if you're looking for long-term love, which I assume this other person was, you're just going to show up with a pair of joggies. Like this is how I'm imagining him now. Like this. What's happening? Like that. Do you honestly think that I'm going to get wet when you're sitting there in a pair of joggies? You've not even made an effort.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, like the conversation was all right.
The bare minimum is to put some jeans on. Just put jeans on and a nice top.
Didn't take that much effort.
You don't have to wear a fucking tuxedo, but joggies, like, it's just giving the vibe that you can't be arsed. Girls, let us know if this is also how you feel.
Well, I mean, he genuinely did say that though. Like, pretty much being like, oh, well, I can't actually be arsed with all this, having to go out and do like dates and stuff like that. Like, mate, I'm literally sitting across from you.
Oh my God, I can't be arsed
date.
making an effort.
Basically.
Oh my God. Do you know what? At that point, I would just been like, oh, do you know what?
Oh, but that was at the end.
Oh, was that?
The timing. Yeah.
Fucking
I know, right? So, I mean, the conversation throughout was all right. It was mostly just about what he done for work and like where he's been travelling and how he gets free travel with his work. And I was like, okay, that's cool. Didn't ask a hell of a lot of questions about me. So anytime, like, there was a lot of awkward silences and I felt like I was trying to fill the void with them. And I was like, I'm just not on the same like vibe as this guy. Like I'm not clicking. That's just, it is what it is. I'm not clicking with him. Yeah. And I'm very fitness orientated. He like golf, don't get me wrong, but he's just not into like the same lifestyle I'm into. And that's okay. That's what a date's for, to find out what people are like. But yeah, it just wasn't for me. So.
He wears his joggies to the cafe instead of at the gym.
Yeah, pretty much. So yeah.
It's none of my business though.
I politely declined him for date number 2 and he unfollowed me in the same breath and I was like, that's fine, thanks for doing that.
Okay, that's
thank you.
Listen, you need to date about.
You do need to date about.
You do need to date about. Like, that's why I always say, like, coffee first, because you're going to be able to pick up in the first 5 minutes of talking to somebody.
Whether you've got a vibe or not.
Exactly, where this is going to go. It's just nice to stand up and be greeted. Oh, it's really nice to meet you, you know.
Polite.
Maybe a little kiss in the cheek, maybe a little hug or something. You know, pulling your chair out. I think that's been lost.
It's like being a gentleman. Be a gentleman, you know. Literally just be a gentleman.
If you're never taught to be a gent, just be kind, just be nice. You know, stand up to greet someone, make an effort with your appearance. Like, I would never show up on a date in just joggies, do you know what I mean? Unless it was something to do with, like, we met at a run or we met in
doing
the
an
gym.
activity or something.
You know,
that's
when
different.
It's an activity, it's totally different. But if you're meeting somebody for coffee or lunch, jeans and a nice t-shirt, present yourself well, you're going you feel better about yourself by doing that automatically. Whereas throwing on some joggies and just like, I can't be arsed with all this fucking shit, blah, blah. Well, unfortunately, in order to get to a long-term relationship, you have to go through that stage. And I don't know if that's shocking. Considering now we're literally just meeting each other, shagging, moving in immediately, not building up any rapport, and just being then disposable at the slightest inconvenience, at the slightest flaw that someone shows, because we're just in this kind of like, next, oh, not good enough, oh, well, if you want something, I'm like, we can order something next day, blah, blah, blah. No, like,
it doesn't work like that. It's not relationships, like, come on to fuck.
You sat down with him, you didn't get like a good kind of connection, a good vibe.
Wasn't there?
That was it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what it is.
Okay, that's
Move
okay.
on next. Yeah. So keep on going though.
Okay, cool.
Keep going.
Okay, cool. Okay, next.
I don't know if I'm cut out for dating, by the way. Like, I don't really like it. I'd very much just like to meet someone naturally.
Do you know, I think a lot of people would be like that, because you know what it's like when we've got like our brides. Oh, it's a boring story, we met online, and it's like, well, actually 95% of people that we come across have met online.
Yeah, it's Tinder or Hinge.
And there's only a few of them that either they've been together since high school or like early 20s, or they met through someone. Yeah. You know.
Oh, but there is a good couple of stories though we've had recently, and it's like serendipity. And those ones blow my mind. Yeah. So there was a bride recent, I'll obviously not say names, so I hope I'm getting this story right. She was from England, or Scotland, sorry, and she went to America to study marine biology. Then, when she was there, her now husband was studying it at the same time. And I'm pretty sure at the same college, but they never ever met, even though they were there at the same time. Then they ended up getting the same job in Saudi Arabia. And so that's how they met.
So they were at the same college over in America at the same time.
Yep, he was from there, doing the same thing, yeah.
And then it wasn't until they got
the same job in Saudi Arabia,
in the same country that they met.
Then they met.
See, is that not just perfect timing? I'm all for perfect timing. I think people come into your life at the correct time, opportunities come into your life at the correct time, things walk away and doors close at the correct time. I truly believe that for sure. Yeah.
Then there was another girl, and this one was related to Tinder. So she was out, I think she was at a bar or something one night, and she was swiping with her friends, and the guy was from Scotland, and he had this urge just to go move to Canada. He couldn't really explain why. He just thought, I'm going to go and see what this is about.
Yeah.
Went over there, joined Tinder over there, and within the first week, the two of them had like matched.
Yes, I know that story. Yep.
How crazy is that?
Because she was going to, like, she wanted to live like the nomad lifestyle. Like, I'm pretty sure she's like sold her furniture and things like that. She can work like remote. It's only like, it's online. Her business is it's cool. It's online. So she was, sold all her stuff, getting ready to live like the kind of travel nomad lifestyle. And was it COVID that hit? But he had just moved over, like, as that hit, and they had met just before that whole thing. So I mean, that's again perfect timing. Like, you don't know what's around the corner and stuff. And that like gives me like hope for the future, regardless of what kind of situation people are in. Like, you're dating now, but you don't know what's around the corner. I'm in a relationship, but I don't know what's around the corner for my relationship or which way it's going to go. So I love all of that.
Aye, me too.
Perfect timing, baby.
But it's like, but our best days haven't happened yet either.
I know.
Got so much to look forward to.
I know. Like that's what our friend said. Like, our friends, married, she's got a baby and stuff like that, and she's experienced these massive kind of leaps in her life, which is something that me and Sam are like working towards within ourselves. One day, that's going to happen for us. I mean, that's where we want to head, and that's what she said. Like, the best days of your life are like in front of you. Yeah. So anytime we're going through something bad, like we have each other, like, through this podcast and working together. Like, Sam and I have grown like a closer relationship where you know, I'm looking at myself and similarities in me and Sam where I can connect with her on that same level where maybe I can't connect with other people. So it's good to like ebb and flow with each other.
Yeah, we bounce off each other very well. Yeah.
We do.
But I feel like we're always on the same level, the same energy level. Every day we come in, it's always like, there's something up with you. You're like, well, there's something up with you. And I'm like, okay, fine.
And you're like, okay, like, will we have a super duper
We'll
deep
sit
chat
down and have a chat
about
with this.
and then feel 10 times better about it. So hence why we're doing this podcast, because I feel like we
it
need
happens
to
a
get
lot.
it out.
Aye, it happens a lot with us. Yeah.
And also to let women know, like, also you're not alone.
No.
You're not alone. You're not alone with your mocha minge. You're not alone with your mental thoughts. You're not alone with like just feeling like you want to put your skull through a brick wall sometimes. Like, we have got you.
We're there with you.
We're there with you through every panty liner change, through every
Just
deep
an ad.
chat.
What are you advertising right now?
Selling?
I don't know. Apparently always again.
Sanitary products by the sounds of it.
Back on the period topic again.
I know. Oh yeah, you're on your
I'm
period.
on my period day too, but
It's
honestly,
like, shoes are off. She was like,
shoes
I
are
just
off.
feel like I need to take my shoes off. I was like, get your fucking
just need
shoes
to
off.
comfy today, you know, like that, like cozy, comfy ways. I just need that today. The match is actually helping.
I'm in a peppermint tea because I can't eat anything I like anymore. He was like, so like potatoes, like you can like totally eat as much like sweet potatoes as you want. I don't even know if that's American or Canadian, but I'm doing that accent. And I was like, just that include crisps. And he was like,
if the sweet potato crisps.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. And I was just like, okay. Then I had a memory of last night where I ate like half a family bag of fucking crisps, and I was like, right, well, I'll not be doing that then.
I'm not a crisp person.
Well, I never used to be, but then he's a bit of a savoury, so I've just kind of swapped to the savoury side, as well as, you know, the cakes and stuff. And I took my dad out for an afternoon tea on, Sunday at Kona. And they obviously had like miniature slices of their cakes, to which I scanned 3 small slices of cake before I had the crisps. And then I'm like, I wonder why I'm so inflamed and so bloated. That's why, because I'm eating my feelings.
Do you know how many boxes of Jaffa cakes I've ate this week? I'm not kidding. By the way, there's something all right with me.
I just want to like just sidestep this for a wee moment. Aldi have their own brand of Jaffa cakes, and they do cherry Bakewell. Oh. Are you a cherry Bakewell fan?
No.
Well, what I've said just doesn't matter then. It doesn't matter.
Fuck off then.
How many sleeves of Jaffa cakes have you?
8.
8 sleeves in a week.
I have a problem. I'm probably very inflamed. Out with my endo, of course.
We're all inflamed. She's feeding her endo.
Oh my
I'm
god.
feeding my very low serotonin levels.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, you don't have a healthy gut. And I was just like, no, from this morning's poo would suggest I in fact do not have a healthy gut. You know when
Lovely.
when you fluff and it's like manure, but you can tell it's going to be that smell.
Oh no.
By how hot it is coming out your arse.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
It was roasting,
Rotten.
roasting and rotting. I was like,
something's not right
I was
with
like, I
me.
need to like run out the house before he comes back, because that's not healthy. Crack a window, light a candle.
Did she die
leave
in
the
there?
house and hope to God it's away and he doesn't mention it when he comes back. Oh, so yeah, I don't have healthy bowels. I'm not healthy tonight. Not in any capacity.
We're working on it.
But I want to let you know that sarcasm and a good sense of humour really does
It does help.
put wind in the old sails.
Yeah.
To get you from A to B.
Yeah.
Or at least I'm trying anyway.
You never know that you were unhealthy.
Everybody's like, oh my god, you look glowing. I'm like, thank you.
It's sweat.
From all my inflammation. Honest to God.
Oh, that's funny.
So yeah,
Aye.
we, in case you haven't noticed, we don't have a topic every week. We started off with having a topic, but we just felt it got in our way. So now we're just coming on and just talking about what's been happening in our lives. But I think a lot of people can relate to that.
Yeah. It's just girl chat, isn't it, though? Like,
It's girl chat.
Including you all in it.
We're just two lassies.
Just
having
two lassies.
chats.
That is right. I've decided I'm going to take up running.
Are you? You're going to become a runner?
Not like a runner, like, it's not good ahead of yourselves here.
No. No, just like part
You'll
of a
not
running
see me
club.
kicking about the street.
Are you going to be like
I'm going to a running club.
a once a week runner?
Yeah.
What one are you going to?
One of the PTs that used to work at NFA, he has a running club out that neck of the woods, out Glasgow way.
Nice.
So me and Rami were going to do it in January, but it was freezing, and then obviously we were like trying to like bulk and build muscle more for the Villa photo shoot.
I would be fear about running in the winter in case like I slipped and
Yeah.
fell.
Aye. Well, I'm that person that totally would.
Yeah.
Yeah, so because now obviously that's over with and we're like, right, we need a new goal. What's our new goal? So we're going to get back into doing running.
Good.
Yeah.
My client goes to the Paper Cup Running Club or something like that.
Where's
I think it's
that?
down in Motherwell.
All right, okay.
But she's like a seasoned runner.
Oh.
But for me, I would be a red fucking neck. Can't run the length of myself. It's because my inflammation.
Because of the inflammation, it's holding her back. Let's go with
Wonder how
that.
much I can use this as an excuse before people just want to fucking do me in.
Shut the fuck up, Nicki. So I'll give that a try anyway and see how I go on with that. I'm terrible when it comes to cardio. I have zero stamina. And I've also been told that I run like Phoebe, you know, that episode in Friends.
Oh,
and
I love it.
Aye, it's fun running.
What was that? It's like Tough Mudder, but it's pink.
Cancer research run.
Yeah. Pink mudder, pretty pink mudder.
Oh, Pretty Muddy.
Pretty muddy. That's it.
Yeah.
Is it? Well,
Uh-huh.
did that a few years ago with my pal Pamela and my sister-in-law and my mother-in-law, but I didn't know she was my sister and mother-in-law then. Anyway, and me and Pamela, we just walked it. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're going through the obstacles, it's a laugh, it's not really that bad. But then as we were getting to the end kind of massive floaty where you go down into this massive puddle, we did the Phoebe run.
Yeah.
And made an arse ourselves in front of like a lot of people and families and stuff. But I enjoyed it. Like
Aye.
Phoebe said, it is really freeing.
It is freeing. It is freeing.
Well, I don't think you'll be as bad as like Phoebe.
No, I think people will exaggerate when... I'll need to run. You can watch me run and you can tell me.
Aye. You can tell, aye. I can let you know what the script is.
Yeah.
Imagine she starts running and I'm like,
Stop! Don't do it!
you're like,
It's
what?
disgusting! I'm just going.
What's wrong with it? I'm like, I'm alright. Just being dramatic. As usual.
You run like an angel.
You run like an angel. Fluffy cloud. But hopefully you get that runner's high that people talk about.
Do they?
You get a runner's high. There's a full advert for it. Don't know who does it now, but it's like, because I get high, ba-da-da-ba-ba. And they use that song, but they're using it really smart and putting it against like runners. And I think it might, is it like Nike or something like that? Puma. Aye, it's a sport brand, and they're basically using that advert very, very wise, by the way, very wise. I looked at that and I was like, I might actually buy some of your clothes because that was the smartest fucking, just for the advert alone.
Yeah.
Honestly.
You're such a sucker if you're just doing that just because of...
I am a sucker. But you get a runner's high. That's why folk love running.
Kind of like the addiction you get with the gym.
You know how you get that kind of like the endorphins raise and you're in a good mood?
Yeah.
Like runners get that as well, apparently.
Okay. I've never ever felt this when I've ran. I felt like dying every time I run.
I think you don't initially get it.
Yeah.
But obviously when you're over and you've built up a bit of stamina, like there's a lassie I'm following on Instagram now actually, and she's she's a piercer over in Edinburgh, and she started running like for her health because she was a I feel like she was a little bit tubs, and then she's basically, she's got a runner's high. She absolutely loves it. She never thought that she could run like a 10K. So
that's interesting.
Aye, so there you go. You've got a runner's high and a gym high.
Me and Rami do a 10K next year.
Gorgeous.
Putting it out there now.
Gorgeous. I think like I've done like a 5K before and stuff like that like years ago. And 5Ks, 10Ks. I would even push to a half marathon if I had to, but I'm never ever going to run a marathon.
No.
I'm not interested
How
in
long
that.
is a marathon again? I cannot get close.
It's like, is it 25 or 26 miles? I think it's 26 miles. Because a half marathon's 13 point, no, is it? I know. 13 miles?
And a marathon, that's running into it. It's triathlon that you do.
Oh, you do like
three
running,
different...
bikes, swimming.
Running, bikes, aye. Nah, I couldn't do a marathon.
I mean, I'll say that now. I'm not even fucking anywhere near I'm not even near a 5K.
You need to get back to the gym.
I do.
Before you do it.
No, I need to get uninflamed.
Yeah, but also go to the gym. You don't need to.
Oh no, mate. Diet and exercise. I really, honestly need to focus on that because see, if I just continue the way that I'm going to end up in a depression pit, and I know I'm.
Yeah.
Because I know myself. I know myself well enough to know that I'm just like nah. And especially like take advantage when it's not the week before your period or on your period. You know, those 2 weeks where you've got that like boost. Like get in and get it done. Like stop putting it off.
We were talking last night when we were at the gym, and we were going to do that. We're going to have like healthy girl summer, and try to cut out like the alcohol and like junk food and all that, and get back into a rhythm of like going to the gym.
Yeah.
Because even since like I said that last week, since the villa, we all have been like feeling like actual shit, like no motivation. Not taking care of ourselves, like going back out. I mean, I don't go out partying or anything like that, but some of the girls have been, and they're just like, they're not liking it. They're not liking how they're feeling in their bodies.
No.
So yeah, we've kind of like come together and just been like, right, okay, let's start getting back into like our 3-4 day routine at the gym. Let's hit a new goal so we're motivated and like helping each other again.
But isn't that so true about like goals? Like you need to have a goal.
Yeah,
or at
see,
least
when we
something to
don't
look
have,
forward to.
yeah, well, that's what we're noticing. We don't have like that as a goal in the gym anymore. We're like, well, we're just kind of going to the gym for going to the gym.
Aye.
Which that's do that.
I can imagine like it's like villa on a high.
Yeah.
Then there's a low for a few months, and then it's the high working up to the villa again. Then it goes low. Aye. So there's obviously something after the villa that needs to be adjusted. Obviously, like you can go away for.
They don't need to be constant anyway, but we enjoy it. But our motivation has been dipping because we've not got like an end goal of how we want to look or feel now. So that's why we're like, right, okay, we'll do running, but then we'll start going back out doing our walks again, maybe try and like do Pilates or yoga, something that's just keeping us in the more like healthy energy and being like more mindful and taking care of ourselves. More mentally as well as physically, to be honest, because we've all been like in the fucking dumps with our mental health. Just feels like there's one thing after another. And do you know, by the way, I don't know if you've noticed this, is it breakup season?
Oh
what
my
the fuck is going on?
Yeah. There's something in the water, by the way. There's something happening, like, I'm going to get airy-fairy ways here, but like, see, energetically, there's something happening, and I feel it's got something to do with the weight of the world. Like, and this is where it's going to turn maybe a bit political here, but like the world's at war. We're currently in a cold war. Like there's nuclear threats left, right and centre. We're on the cusp of World War III or whatever. And I'm just like, this is the dumbest fucking shite I have ever laid my fucking eyes on. Like everything's so heavy, everybody's feeling it, but there's not one thing that each individual can actually do to save the world. It's almost like you have to retreat and get yourself in a good frame of mind in order to give out good vibes, in order for everybody to do it, to hopefully combat. It sounds fucking airy-fairy, like, you know, individually get your vibes up, but they say that charity starts at home.
Exactly. Energy is real. I don't care what the fuck you say if you're like, no, it's not. It's all about hippy dippy shit.
Look at quantum physics. Look at quantum physics
Science?
and tell me that that's not real, honestly.
Exactly. It is science. You know what? Do yourself a favour. Go read the Joe Dispenza book of Becoming Supernatural. It is literally breaks it down bit by bit of how we are energetic beings.
Yeah, and it starts like with your thoughts.
Yeah.
Your thoughts, your intention, and an action. Like you can't just sit and think about, oh, I want this really new car, like this is my dream car, blah blah blah, and then put zero fucking effort into getting it. Like it's not just going to, you know, pop up in your fucking driveway one morning. Like, you know, if you're thinking about it and you're thinking about how it's going to be, you own it, and how the car's going to smell, and then saving up money, and then just putting a deposit down, and you know, it all starts in your thoughts, but you need to have a good intention. What's your heart posture? And then, you know, go from that way. And that method's kind of worked for me.
Yeah, but you need to believe it though. That's the main thing. Like, it's your belief system. And that's, I think, where sometimes I need extra help with, but then I do my subliminals to help me with that. But it all starts with you, and everyone starts with a thought.
Well, like, for example, how can I not be inflamed? How can I not be inflamed?
You start believing you're not inflamed.
You what?
Start believing you're not inflamed.
I know. If I believe it, then I won't be. Like, I like, what would it feel to like not feel constantly fucking bloated? Well, I remember a time like that, and I'll go back and I'm like, oh my God, I had a lot more energy. My moods were more like regular. Right, okay, I need to actually start eating better, and I need to exercise. I need to stretch out this hip. I need to stretch out, you know, do the exercises that he showed me. Look at my diet, what's happening there, and just be like mindful.
See if you just start like meal prepping though, so then that way you're not, because with our job, it's like, you don't have food with you, you just pick up like random shite and put it in your bag to eat as you go. I mean, look at me, every wedding, what have I got in my bag?
Cake of chocolate.
It's not even a small bar.
Cake of chocolate. I'm guaranteed that if I need a wee dunt, she's got the dunts in her bag.
I've got them.
And they form a big slab of chocolate.
Yep.
But it's bad at weddings as well, because I'm a pastry fiend. Everybody knows this. So I'm up like a vulture, just doing it, doing it. And I'm up just like quickly picking it or tearing the arse off a croissant, just stuffing it down my throat. Like, I need to be better with that.
It's just like prepping it and making sure you've got it in your bag. But even for being in here, like in the salon days as well, like doing that, and make use, you know, the microwave and that, just instead of always.
We've got actual stuff. We actually do have a microwave through there, and I'm like going and buying sandwiches or ciabattas for next door. And I really shouldn't, because those are inflaming foods. That's me. You're going to be so sick of me, by the way, talking about this. I can tell.
I should probably join you on this journey.
I swear to God, do the form and get up there. It's like, it's opened my eyes like to my health, and it's about time, because I'm such a procrastinator.
Same.
I'll put it off and off and off, and it's not happening, and it's not there, and I'll just get through this day, and everything will be fine, and blah blah fucking blah, and my hips are just getting sorer, and my mind's just getting foggier, and my body's just feeling heavier, and I'm like, nah, it's time to it's
time to do something. Now's the time to start taking action.
Do you know what needs to happen? Aldi needs to open back up, because I'm constantly going to Tesco and I'm spending a fucking fortune. And I didn't go all the way down to Wishy. See, that's just laziness. But all the way down to Wishy to go to Aldi to get my chicken in that.
Chicken in that.
My chicken in that.
What a shame. What a damn shame.
So this episode has been about my inflammation and Sam's date.
That's all I really had to say.
We are going to get guests on at some point, by the way. We're just kind of trying to sort that out. Yeah. But we're relaxed about it. We're enjoying what we're doing. Hopefully you guys are enjoying what we're doing as well. And just, again, like, anything you want us to talk about, just
fire it in.
Or if you've got a situation, we'll make you anonymous, and we'll read out the situation, and then we'll give you like advice on it.
Yeah,
or our opinion, our individual opinion, which does not reflect any other opinion of anybody else.
No.
I feel like you need to do that as a disclaimer now.
I know, you do. You need to cover all your tracks, you know.
It was the inflammation
keyboard warriors coming after us.
Brilliant. But anyway,
thank you so much for tuning in yet again.
Love you.
Goodbye.
Bye.